You have to check it. It's like your lawnmower. You got to check it.
Right.
You know, either you check it or eventually it's going to run out of oil and it'll burn up.
Okay.
You know, it may not take oil, but every once in a while I've come here and it hasn't been done.
Okay.
And I'll have to add a quart,
Really?
or maybe just a half a quart. If you need to, right here you can raise the motor up a little bit, so you can reach back and just connect it. There. Lift the hood up. The engine oil dipstick is right here. You check the oil, it's showing right now half full, which is right in the middle, in the nominal area.
Yeah, let's see, point that up here and get a good view of it here.
Actually, no, it's okay.
Alright, yeah.
It's a little better than half full. It's got a, when you stick it in there, you make sure it's locked like that so that it doesn't come loose. If there is no oil up here and you have to go buy oil, it should be 2050 weight. 20W50. Anything lighter, and it just kind of runs right through here. I think this should float. That, on the other hand, I don't think will float. Yeah, look at that. That came loose. On the side there, you can lift and crank. You can also do it from the front up there. Really.
Here it snap, yeah.
Snap it in. And you got to make sure that this bulb is taut. Now, as far as gasoline is concerned, these tanks, it's very important that these vents are left open whenever the tanks are on the boat, because when they're sitting out here in the sun, these plastic tanks will get they'll rupture.
Where's the vent on it?
Right at the top of the film.
Okay, and that just turns?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only time you close that is when you're transporting the tank back and forth to the gas station or wherever, because it could spill a little bit in your car. But whenever it's on the boat, it should be wide open. Even if it's in the storage tank up there, it should be wide open. We've gone through 2 tanks because the things have been left
tight,
closed, and the seals eventually blow out. Okay, there's a gas station just before you get to the bridge that they won't set up an account with us, but you can pay cash and get reimbursed there, or you can charge it on your own credit card and still get reimbursed. But that, or pay, we pay the cash.
And if you're out of gas, that needs to be done before you leave.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, before you leave, you gotta. If you change the tank around, you gotta fill up the tank that you just took off.
Okay.
Make sure it's in neutral. Make sure that the motor is down. Start the engine. You can try it first and see if it starts. If it doesn't start right away, you can push in on the key, and that chokes it.
starts right up.
Starts right up on the. There's a lever right here to trim the idle.
That's the warm-up idle there?
Yeah, this is just to warm it up. This motor runs pretty smoothly, so it really hardly ever need to use it.
You want that down before you do any shifting, I
You
suppose.
can't really shift, I don't think. I don't think it'll shift. No, it won't shift if
Okay.
that's up.
And you pretty much just will use that if it's starting rough, correct?
Yeah. If it hasn't been running for a while.
Sure.
This is just forward, reverse.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of people when we were doing it last year, when you put it in reverse, you had to really shove it. Reverse was hard to get into and people were grinding it. They just get it halfway in. So you had to really
You always have to,
give it a good push, yeah.
And the big thing is you got to make sure you pull up on this little knob right here pretty good. Otherwise, it's harder to move it in back and forth.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it just kind of drags.
Yeah. And of course we got the water going.
Yeah. You got to make sure there's water coming out of this boat.
Water pump's working, it's getting cool.